Richard, Find Book Readers blog here, and today I have the new Kindle Touch. This is Amazon's latest e-ink based e-reader, and it kind of got overshadowed by the launch of the Kindle Fire, but it's actually a pretty nice little e-reader. It comes with the special offers, which this one's advertising Amazon's selection of best books for 2011. It's all grays and silvers. There's a non-skid coating on the back. You have speakers down here, power button, earphone jack, and a USB port. This looks like a grill on the bottom here is actually the home screen button. This is my library. I also have the $79 basic Kindle here just to show you the difference. I wasn't really a big fan of this basic Kindle because I never could get really comfortable using and holding it in one hand and operating the page turning buttons, which are on the sides here. They just never felt really comfortable to me. And that's important to me because I really like to just hold the device in one hand. I do have to say though that I've got a cover that actually the same cover fits both of these. They're almost the same size. And mounting the basic Kindle in a cover makes a major difference. So the keys are actually much more comfortable if you put it in the cover. I would say though that the Touch costs $20 more, and it's definitely well worth it because the touchscreen is not the only new feature. It does have some other features, so I would definitely go for the Touch. I also have here the Kindle keyboard, Kindle 3, just so you can see comparative size. The new Kindles are smaller, but perhaps not that much smaller considering they've lost the keyboard, but in general they're a nice size. They feel comfortable to hold and use, except as I said, the page turning buttons on the basic one. They're also a lighter color, which I'm not particularly fond of. I do like the darker color bezel. It seems to enhance the contrast. But one thing you can do, you can get a skin to put on the e-reader, so you can change the color of the bezel if you want. This is the home screen of the Kindle Touch, and it's basically my library. At the very top you have the name of this particular Kindle, which I just have named it the Kindle Touch. If you go to the Manage Your Kindle page, you can change the name of if you have more than one Kindle. You can change it very easily. We have a Wi-Fi indicator, battery indicator, and the time at the top. Below that there's another menu bar here. It has a back button, the back arrow. It has a shopping cart, which will take you to the Amazon store. There's a search tool, and you can search through the books you have on the device, as well as you can search through your archive. And there's a menu button over here that takes you to your settings and things. You can view all of the special offers that are available. Experimental is the browser, of course, which is still experimental for Amazon, and the music player is also still experimental. You can also sort through your libraries. You can sync to your Amazon account and check for new items. You can create new collections here. You can view your archived items, shop in the Kindle store, and control the wireless, turn it off or on from that menu. Again, you can also reach the Kindle store just by tapping the little sharpen card. And this is how it looks, and you have different categories here. You have books, newspapers, magazines, Audible audiobooks. Of course, you can play audiobooks from Audible on this Kindle. It has a player built in, so that actually works quite well for it. The basic Kindle doesn't have an audio capability, so you won't be able to do that with the $79 Kindle. But with the Kindle Touch, you can. And, you know, there's other categories for bestsellers. It's very easy to find what you're looking for. You can also put books on your wish list, Kindle books on your wish list, which is something I found you can't do with the Kindle Fire for some reason. In general, you know, Amazon makes shopping pretty easy, so. Okay, this is a book. Now, one thing I found is that it's kind of hard to get used to holding this Kindle. It's better than the basic Kindle with those page turning buttons, but it still can be, it takes a little bit of getting used to holding this with one hand and operating with one hand. It wants to slip out of my hand here. One way is you can put your finger underneath like so, but I did solve the problem. I got a really nice case for it, and it's actually, using that case, it's one of the most comfortable e-readers I've come across when combined with the case, and I'll show that a little bit later. But anyway, Amazon has adopted the latest page turning fashion, which is to not completely refresh the page with every page turn. There is a setting where you can force it to do that, but otherwise it's going to usually completely refresh every 6 pages. And I have noticed some ghosting, but I don't know, to me it's not really a major hurdle or anything. I would much rather put up with the ghosting to have this cleaner page turns, so rather than get the flash to black every time you change pages. To get your reading tools, you tap at the very top of the screen. Again, you have a back button, shopping cart, search, a menu. From this menu, you can, and again, turn off the Wi-Fi or turn it on, shop in a Kindle store, sync to the furthest page read, get a book description, add a bookmark, view your notes and marks, or turn on the text-to-speech. At the bottom, you have, it shows your page number, the location, and in the other corner, the percentage read. Now, when you're just reading the page, you have the location number and a percentage read at the very bottom. So if you want to see the actual page number, if that's available for the book you're reading, you have to tap the reader tools. You have your font size selection, and you have 8 different font sizes, which is pretty standard on the Kindle, and you have 3 different typefaces: regular, condensed, or sans serif. And you have this other window for line spacing and words per line. And like the Kindle 3, that was all presented in one window. Now you have 2 different tabs for that. So now, one thing you cannot do with this Kindle, it doesn't, at least at the moment, have a landscape mode. So if you're just reading Kindle books, that's not going to be a problem, most likely. But for PDFs, it pretty much cripples it. So I'll show a PDF a little bit later, but this is probably not your best e-reader if you want to read PDFs. For that, the basic Kindle actually has a few more features that are PDF friendly, as does the Kindle 3. Kindle keyboard. Okay, down here you also have a go-to, which you can go to cover, the beginning, the table of contents, if it's available, the end of the book, or a particular page or location. And one more thing you have in your reader tools, which is a new feature, is the X-ray. Okay, what this does is it gives you a summary of characters, of topics, and of locations that are in the book. Okay, there's several pages of characters here and locations. You scroll through them with these arrow keys at the bottom. And if you tap one of these, okay, it's going to give you a chronological, this particular character's name is mentioned in the book 101 times. And it gives you a chronological events of when it's mentioned, and it shows the accompanying sentence. So it's really useful, especially if you're reading a book that's really complex, got a lot of characters, and you forget who some of them are. It's very easy to look them up and research them. Or if you stop reading your book for a while and start reading something else and then go back to it and you've forgotten the who is who, it's very easy to catch up with that again. So it's actually a really useful tool. Okay, let's go back to, well, let me show you. Page turns, as I showed you already, are pretty smooth. Let me just compare it quickly here with the Nook Touch. This is not the same book or anything, but just to give you an idea of the comparison. And the Nook Touch just got a new software update, which sped up the page turns. And I'm doing this at kind of an angle here, so it's a little bit awkward, but they're pretty close. I mean, there's not a lot of difference between the page turning speed. Making highlight or a note is easy with the touch screen. Basically, you just tap and hold, and then you can drag to make a highlight. And when you let go, you'll get a little pop-up that you can either make a highlight, add a note, or share. And if you just want to look it up, you just tap and hold, and this is the dictionary screen. This is a brief. This shows you just part of the page in the dictionary. If you want to see the full page, you tap Show Full Definition, and then it gives you the full page in the dictionary. And go back, you just tap the arrow key on the top. This is a PDF file. And it just, if you double tap, it widens to fit the width of the screen. And okay, and anyway, you can use pinch to zoom, and you can pan around. It's not really smooth. This is not the best I've seen for doing PDFs. It's still, I can read this, but it's not really comfortable. I would rather, if I could change the orientation to landscape and read it that way. and maybe fit to the width of the screen, it would be much better. But you can pinch to zoom, and you can pan around, and it also has this weird thing where it's kind of fracturing the page, and part of the page is a different contrast. Okay, it's going to be very annoying if you have to read a lot of PDFs. I think the either the Kindle 3 or even the basic Kindle is better with is better for PDFs, and you can't make you can adjust the contrast. Okay, right now it's in medium. You can adjust that, which might be helpful for some scans. Cannot make annotations. So in general, I just wouldn't recommend it for using PDFs unless you just occasionally need to do that. I mentioned that I got a cover for it, and I want to show it to you just because this is one of the best covers I've ever had for an e-reader. It just makes it makes the e-reader much better. This is from Timbuktu. It's called the Dinner Jacket. It comes in 3 different colors. This is the black one, obviously. It has a fabric exterior, Velcro closure. This is a zipper pocket that you can stick an ID or a folded up paper or something in. The front folds over like that. This attaches, and I drop it. That attaches to the back, and there's a strap here, and the idea is you put your fingers through it. And so basically you have a very comfortable and secure way of holding your Kindle. You're not likely to drop it. I mean, my cat likes to come and knock it out of my hands if he can. He can't do it with this. It's just a really good and secure way to hold your Kindle, and it makes it very comfortable to just use your thumb to turn the pages. And it looks good. Quality is very good. Currently these are priced at about $35 at Amazon, and that's actually a reduced price. I'm not sure if that's a new price or if that's just for the holidays, but I think it's well worth it. There's a stiffener in the front, so it protects the screen. And this strap actually comes loose from one end, and you can use this as a stand for your Kindle if you want. The strap comes around and connects again to this closure here, and it keeps it from falling down. So it'll basically hold it in place. So you could use this as a stand too if you want to do that.